Hey Hokie Nation, welcome back to On Deck episode 9. Today I'm with two professional athletes. One we know, Emma Lim, and also Miss Cori McMillan.
Guys, we're not dead.
It's been a while.
Sorry, we've been on a 3-week hiatus. We have been
across the country.
Away.
All over the place.
Yes. Just got home from Cal.
Yes.
We got to charter.
We were really blessed.
Yes.
We're very thankful. It was
Yes.
so fun.
Thank you.
I'm so bougie.
Thank
Never
you
been
to
able
whoever
to.
helped us.
Yeah.
Never
You're
been able to
awesome.
straighten my legs on a plane before.
I
I know.
know. That was awesome.
Yeah, it was amazing.
That was great. And
And-
we could bring just food, whatever
Yeah,
food.
whatever we wanted.
Full-size bottles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Full-size shampoo bottle. My hair was feeling good this
Yeah.
weekend.
was feeling pretty this weekend. Yeah, it was really nice. And then Cal was fine. I'm not a fan of Cal. I don't love California. It's not
I'd
like
never
mine.
lived there.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. It's
There's
too
just no
expensive,
sun.
and it's too expensive.
It was
Yes,
windy.
true.
Gas
it was windy.
$5.
Yeah. I swear we brought the cold weather with us. Obviously.
Everywhere we go, except for NC State. Shout out NC State. Thank
It was
you for
warm,
being
thank
warm
you.
there. But everywhere we've gone, it has just been nasty and gross.
NC State's warm, so we all get the stomach bug.
Yes.
Oh,
we
yeah.
also
Well,
had the stomach bug.
Something else happened. That's how we get.
So we've been on a break.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, but I
We're
mean,
back and better than ever.
They had a Trader Joe's, so
Yeah.
Cat was good.
Walking distance.
Walking distance Trader Joe's, so Cat was good to us.
It was.
We saw turkeys.
Hokie Nation popped out in a different form.
Yes, and they were talking back to us. We go.
They were huge. They were really
giant.
big.
Who thought it was a bear? Who said it was a bear
Sophie.
first?
Well, someone told Sophie.
Who? Do you know who it was?
I don't know, but I
Was it
ran with
Zach?
it because I couldn't see it.
Somebody was like, "Is that a bear?" It was
Yeah.
a turkey.
I thought that they were pointing at, not that a turkey's not cool, but I thought it was some cool.
I've seen a turkey.
Exotic
I have.
animal.
No, I thought it
you
was
know
a
what I'm
bear.
saying?
Not like we don't have black bears here, but I thought it was a bear, and I was like,
Well, I was making jokes all weekend that y'all were going to turn around in the mound and look at me and write, and there's just going to be a bear crawling over the fence at me.
Could you imagine?
I would love that. I was we would say, "Let's go, Hokie." It's I just imagine all the turkeys running down the hill and charging.
People probably think that when they come play here too.
Yeah.
They're probably like, "Oh my God,
How
we're in the
LSU has the
mountains.
tiger, we just have a turkey.
We have a turkey in a cage."
Yeah.
No,
We
not
bring-
in a cage. It just walks around the stand.
Or how
it's our
Texas
friend.
brings out the longhorn, for football games. You
yeah.
just bring out
Yeah.
a turkey.
Do that. We can do
Starts
that.
chasing.
We can reach out to Mr. Bill.
For senior day.
I
For
want a
senior day.
turkey.
What do y'all
Senior-
want to do for senior day? We want a
We
turkey.
want a live turkey.
Yeah, we have
And we
senior
want
day
it
on
in the dugout.
Saturday.
We start getting
Stop.
senior day.
That's ridiculous.
I actually can't think I can't think about it.
We just came back from winter break last week.
I just ran the run
That's,
test.
We were doing 2-a-days 3 weeks ago, it feels like.
We just met Jason.
Yes.
We just met
We're just doing
Jason.
that boot
Shout out
camp.
Jason. He told us he loved us again today.
Yeah, he's been really good recently. We've been needing him.
Yeah.
We've been needing him.
Yeah. I liked his speech today.
I did too.
He really built us up today.
Yeah.
I liked it. I was like, well, yes, actually, I'm ready.
Yeah, it's
I'm
what we
ready.
needed for this weekend.
Yeah. Are you guys excited for this weekend?
I'm so
excited. I'm
There's
excited
gonna
to
be
see
some
so many.
some good games.
There's just so much going on this weekend.
Yeah.
I was like, honestly, the biggest challenge for me personally isn't even I got to go pitch to Florida State. It's I got to stay focused on
Yeah.
one thing at a time just because there's so much going on.
Mine's
this
my
weekend,
emotions.
And there's
I
so
feel
many.
like
Oh, yeah.
how Cal did their senior day before the game.
I couldn't.
I would be a train wreck.
Corey cried at their
I
senior
cried at
day.
their senior day.
Well,
They handed us
They're gonna
flowers.
cry because
All they did was say my name, and
Yeah.
I was like,
they're gonna cry a little before because we have some really good things planned for them.
I can't. No, you're gonna have
The
to
junior
do
class
me
is in
after.
charge.
Before the game is one thing, giving me a flower and making me cry when I have
and
to
then
take the
go
first
take
at bat
that.
of the game 3 minutes later.
They knew what they were
They
doing.
did that on purpose.
Their
They
pitcher's
did.
warming up, and I'm standing there like,
Yeah.
like,
No, they did that on purpose.
for sure.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about the golden tickets. We haven't been on a pod since you've gotten it either.
Oh my gosh, we haven't.
So
We haven't.
we have to give a little
Oh my gosh.
shout out to these two.
Okay. So, and Cassie was, okay, anyways, let's start at the beginning. I'm sure you've seen it on social media. For the Athletes Unlimited Softball League, 4-team league, this summer, it's the inaugural season. There are 12 spots in the college draft that they're doing, so each team gets 3 picks. And so to show who is going to go to this draft, they started giving out golden tickets.
Like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yes, and it basically is just like you have a guaranteed spot in this draft. You are gonna go to a team, and so actually, Cassie, you tell this because you knew
Yes,
about it before.
Not to say we manifested this or anything, but the senior class was Charlie and the Chocolate Factory for,
Oh
or
my
we
gosh,
were the
I didn't
Oompa Loompas for Halloween.
And our friend Katie.
And our friend Katie was Willy Wonka, so we basically like manifested that we were
Yeah.
gonna get the
Did.
golden tickets
We
anyways.
did.
So
like we basically like came up with
They
the
knew it.
idea.
So we yeah.
and like we basically did all of their marketing for
yes,
them. Like
for sure. So we basically are athletes unlimited.
so yeah.
yes.
Be like, guys, did you get that idea from our Instagram post?
They
You're
knew
welcome.
it. They knew.
Because we were Oompa Loompas.
But I was actually in the locker room with you, and Danny texted me. She's like, "Hey, can we talk? Like, I just need to run something by you, something like that." And I like answer the phone. And she's like, "Are you with anybody?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm in the locker room, but I'm walking out. I was going home." And obviously hit the dead zone. So she's like mid conversation, and I'm like, "Oh, hold on, girl." So I recall her when I'm outside, and she calls me, and she basically tells me like, Athletes Unlimited is coming to give Lem a golden ticket. I was in charge of making sure Lem was like in the camera shot. So like after the game, when we all were like standing there and they were playing everything, I had to make sure it was like she was in front. I kept that secret for a really long time. It was like a week, and if you know me, I'm not good at keeping secrets. You can get almost anything out of me. And so I like literally I couldn't tell Sophie either, which was really hard because we're roommates and like the 3 of us are always together. So I told Sophie in the bullpen because I went in and I was like, if I have to go into this game, like I need you to help me keep Lem like in the front of this line.
My
She to
handlers.
this day, like she thought it meant like after this whole thing happened, she was like, we were with Coach Pete. And, like, we were talking and stuff. And she was like, why isn't Lem next to you? Like, Lem needs to be next to you. I was like, babe, it was, like, for the Athletes Unlimited thing. Like, she thought I meant, like, that point. But anyway, so I just had to make sure Lem was there. So when they walked out, like, Lem was, like, low-key going, like, behind Rachel a little bit. And I was like, stand your ground. Stand right there. And she was like, what?
stay right here,
I was like,
stay in the
stand
middle.
right
And I was
here.
like-
And I looked at her, I was like, you need to stand next to me when we're going through this line, and you need to stay next to me the whole time.
I was like, what is happening?
Yeah, but it was really hard to keep a secret, but it was like so cool because nobody knew it was happening either because it like one hadn't been given out.
My
so I
parents
honestly
didn't even know. Because I was the
Yeah.
first one, and they didn't even tell my parents about it. So I'm like,
It was
glad they're
literally
there.
me and Danny.
They come
and
to
I think-
every game,
Yeah.
but like glad they were there.
Yeah, it was me, Danny, and Coach B, I think, and maybe Mike. I don't think Josh knew. I don't know if
didn't
Coach
know.
Josh. I don't know if he knew.
That's kind of. He probably would have said something. He probably.
Yeah,
would've-
that's why they
he
didn't
probably
No, they
would've.
didn't because Danny did say she was like, I was just like, shout out Coach Josh. She was like, I was worried Coach Josh was gonna like say something, and I was like, yeah.
That's
That's right.
hilarious. But yeah, Cassie lied straight to my face a few times. So
can't
while we
believe I
were
did
watching
that.
picture film, the rest of the team had left, and Cori texted me, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, Jenny Dalton Hill is here."
I walked in and she's just standing there and she waves at me and I'm like,
She was like, "Jenny Dalton Hill is here," and I was like, I like didn't even think of it. Like I knew
Might
knew
I
that
add,
she was a
they
GM for one of the
posted-
teams, but
2 hours before this moment was when they originally posted that the draft was going to be May 3rd. This was the first time anyone ever knew when it was,
Yeah.
what time it was, what was happening. And 2 hours later, Jenny Dalton Hill is just standing at our field and is like, so of
Well-
course I'm going to text Lem. And I'm like, Jenny Dalton
she's
Hill's here?
She's here.
And Lem's like, she's probably just commentating her game. I was like,
Why not?
That's-
she like
that's
she's
too,
called
like,
games.
ironic.
Like I was like, maybe she's like, I don't know, maybe this is on maybe this is on TV. I don't know what's happening.
It was
and
too
so
ironic
I
for her
literally
to be
was
there.
talking to Cassie about it. I was like, oh, like Cori just said that Jenny Dalton Hill's here. Like, I bet, and I was like, I wonder like what she's here for. Like maybe she's like calling her game or something like that. And Cassie was like, yeah, like I'm sure like that's what.
Yeah, I was like, I think I saw it.
Yeah, probably. I think I saw it on like Twitter or something.
And Lynn was like, oh my gosh, yes. Like, I think I saw
wow,
that too.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
And then like halfway through the game, it's like the fourth, no, because we only played 5 innings. It's like the third inning or something like that. And our announcer was like, stay after the game for a special presentation.
They were kind of making me mad because they kept saying it, and I was like, are you gonna like give it away?
Are you
They
guys
said
gonna
it
say
the first time, like no one really heard it except for the stands. The second time, I swear it was dead silent. They're like, "Stay after for a
Make
big
sure you stay
surprise."
after.
And I was like, "Dude, like, can you?" And I'm sitting there and I'm like,
I was
biting
like,
my tongue.
I was standing with Cassie in the bullpen, and I was like, "Oh, I wonder like what that's for," because they were showing. Also, Ani and Michelle did a little special on
ACC
Network, and it was like a whole like show about like how they've known each other for so long and now they play together. So I was like, oh, maybe they're like showing their ACC spotlight. Like that's so cool. And
It was
Cassie
also Cerebral Palsy Day because I thought it was going to
and
be
I
that
was like,
video of
oh,
Arthur that
maybe
made us all sob.
Yeah. And Cassie was like, yeah, like I don't know what they're doing. Like I'm sure it's like something like that. And
Maz was like
okay.
trying so hard. Maz could tell. She was trying so hard to get me to say it, and I was like literally, I was like, walk away from me. I was like,
questions.
I can't lie to you. I was like, please walk away from me. And she's like, well, what is it? And I was like, it's good. I said, it's for one person. I can't say who it is. I was like, but please walk away from me because like I can't.
I will
lie.
say it
like,
right
and like she kept like bugging me, and I finally like walked. Like I was getting put in, so I like walked away, and I was like, I'm not talking to you. I was like, goodbye.
Yeah. But then I also still didn't know what was going on, and then they played the like This Is Legendary commercial up on the scoreboard. And then I saw Jack Jones with that camera right up my nose. And
The
then
freshmen
Dave
were like,
was there.
oh
and then
my
they were
gosh,
like,
who's it for? I'm like, look at Jack Jones. Look
I
who's
was like,
standing.
no, and like I was
Look
like
at Jack
watching, and then I
Jones.
like looked down, and there's like 5 cameras in my face, and I was like, what is happening?
Nora.
I still like she wasn't even on the field at that point, like saying like, and so I was like, and like I look so awkward in the video because I'm like, what is going on? I was like, what's happening? And then
Nora looked at Rachel, our redshirt junior, and goes, "Are you getting drafted?" And Rachel's like, "Yes,
shut
Nora."
up.
Yes, I am. As 4 cameras can see Lem's nose hair. Like
literally, I'm like eating the cameras.
Yeah.
Like,
They
and
were
then like she
really-
starts talking about it, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna be sick. I'm gonna throw up. Oh my god. And then everybody went crazy,
it
and I
was
was
so
like, oh my
cute.
god,
So
oh my
fantastic.
god. I like I couldn't stop myself from crying because. Yeah, that was crazy.
That was
and like the
awesome.
only thing I could say, like when I went up to her, I was just like speechless, and the only thing I could say, I was like, "This is so awesome."
That was so
I was
funny.
like, get it together. I was like, "Thank you so much." But the first thing I said, I was like, "This is so awesome."
I know.
That's the
It was
only
so
thing I
cool.
could like. That's the only words I could think of in that moment. This is so awesome.
That was so funny.
That was so cool.
And then flashback to what, 3 days ago? 2 days ago?
2 days ago.
Well,
Yes. Tell
after-
your story now.
Well, after Lem got drafted, of course, once they gave her the golden ticket, of course, in my head, I was like, oh my gosh, like, now for the next 3 weeks, I have to poop my pants every single day, hoping that I'm one of them. And then the next morning, I remember I wake up and I see this edit, and it's like the video of Lem, but you know how like before videos sometimes they put
like
like
the
pictures
thumbnail.
in the front? Yeah, so it's like the team jumping on her, a picture of Lem, and then just a picture of me smiling.
Going.
And I'm looking at it and I'm like, if I'm not getting one, this is the rudest thing I've ever seen in my life. My uncle sends it to me and is like, is this foreshadowing? I was like, I hope so. But we went to the Gobblers on Monday, our like athlete award show, and Lem knew because Danny told her.
Danny told me Monday morning. So Monday morning, I was talking to Mark Berman, and so Danny was there, and she was like, "I have to tell you something," and I was like, "What?" I was like, what's going on? And she was like, Cori's getting her golden ticket tonight at the Gobblers. And I was like, she's gonna throw up. I was like, she's gonna throw up. Oh my gosh. She was like, you have to keep it a secret. You're gonna be Cassie for this. Like, you have to like.
Danny
she was like,
so
and she was
proud
like,
of
it's
me.
gonna be, it's gonna be right after
I was
the
too.
Women's Athlete of the Year Gobbler, and she was like, Kim is coming. Kim is the commissioner. Hi, Kim. If you're watching. Commissioner. But she was like, Kim is gonna be there. She's giving Cori her golden ticket, and so she was just telling me everything that like to come back around to like make sure I was like there for it if whatever whatever happened. And yeah, so I knew about it the whole day, and I was like, I have to tell somebody. So I told Madison. I did tell Madison. I called her. I was like, I didn't call her. I texted her. But I was like, Cori's getting her golden ticket. And she was like, what? No way. I was like, yes. And I was like, and her whole family's here.
I know, that's like the sweetest part.
Well-
I think it's when your whole family like came running down.
Oh my
That was so
gosh.
cute.
Yeah. So like, take us through what was going like through your mind.
Well, me and Lem are on SAC, our Student Athlete Advisory Committee, so we were helping out with the Gobblers, like setting up, rehearsing, like we were presenting an award, and we get there and we like have to go inside early, so we're walking inside like 30 minutes before it starts, and Danny's standing there with this girl with a camera, and it's like the Gobblers. So
When I saw her, I was like, when she was like, can I get a video of you two? I was like, she's with Athletes Unlimited. I know she is.
I didn't.
I know she
I'm
is.
just standing
I
there.
didn't know, but like I was like,
She had the vibe.
I
Well-
was like, you're not part of Virginia Tech. You're not part of Hokie Vision.
See,
I was like, I don't know you.
I didn't know that
I was like,
because
I don't
all
know
I saw
you.
was someone with a camera, and I had already seen 15 people with a
Yeah,
camera. So
yeah.
I was like, oh, okay. And then she's like, can I get a couple questions? Like, can I ask y'all a couple things? And we were like, yeah. And she's like, what are we at? What is this for? What are y'all's names? What sport are you? She already knew all of this. And she's like,
She played us.
she did.
I saw through it.
She did.
I
She
said,
played
well,
us. And
because
she's
everybody that's in Hokie Vision is either, well, I just know them, or I have class with them. The
Yeah.
people that take pictures. Like,
Yeah.
everyone that takes pictures, I have classes with them. And so I was like,
Shout out our
I was
photographers.
like,
They're awesome.
I was like, girl, I don't know you.
well,
I
then,
don't know
I
you.
don't know you.
Well, then she goes, are both of you graduating? Like, what are your plans after you run out of eligibility? And I'm just like,
We
well,
were
that's a bummer. Why did we just talk about that? And Lem's like, well, hopefully we both are playing pro. And in my head, I'm like, you are.
in my head, I was
You
like,
are.
we both are.
And Danny's just staring at me. And then she was like, thank you, and like turned the camera off. And I look at Danny and I'm like, work your magic, please. And Danny's like, ha.
Danny went,
And I'm just like, okay. Okay, so I go sit down. And in my head, I had already known. I was like, if I get one, it's going to be Friday at our game, because that was the first home game we had since Lem got hers. And I was like, it's going to be Friday at the game, and they're going to post something up on the thing about stay after. So the entirety of the game on Friday, I'm going to be a wreck. Like, it's not going to be a surprise. Like, I'm going to be freaking out all day. And we're sitting there, and Danny comes up to us and is like, is this where you're going to be sitting the whole time? Because if this is where you're going to be sitting, like, Jack Jones needs to know where you are so he can video you or whatever. And we were like, yeah, this is where we're going to be sitting. I'm not thinking anything of it. And then we get through the awards, and we get to the part where Lem was nominated for 3 of them. And we get to her first nominated one, or the one she was nominated for first. And she's like, I really hope I win. And I was like, well, Danny wouldn't have asked where we were sitting if one of us didn't get something.
I was like, yeah.
I'm like, if one of us didn't get something, like, hopefully, like, you get all of yours, and then maybe, like, I beat you out for Women's Athlete of the Year, because we were both up for it. Well,
Lem
and
won.
she's just, yeah, Lem did
Lem
win.
won.
Lem won.
Hey.
And
context.
she just looks at me, and she's like, maybe. And I'm like, so do you hate me? Like, what are we doing? Why
I
is
couldn't
everyone-
think of anything to say because I wanted to be like, don't worry.
I'm like, do you hate me?
Something crazy is happening.
So they announced that she wins, and her face, your face, you could tell you had no idea. You were about to get that.
I didn't think
Like,
I
you
was-
instantly,
I-
you were like,
I went,
and so she walks up there, and I'm like, yay, and no one's around me. There's no one in the row in front of me, behind me, beside me, because
You were by
everyone in that
yourself.
section
Everyone else
were
was
the
also
ones
presenting.
presenting awards right then. So it's just me sitting there, and I'm like sitting there awkwardly, and I'm like, yay, like Lem just won. And then they play the video of her getting her getting her golden ticket. And then after the video, she just stands there. Like, everyone just proceeds to stand there. And I'm like...
there.
I was, like, a little bit, like, why is Lim just, like, lurking?
And
Right.
I'm just like, I'm like staring at
I thought
Cori.
yeah.
And
I'm
Lem's
like-
just staring into my soul. And so when everyone's just still standing there, I was like, oh, like maybe they're like, we can't just give out one Women's Athlete of the Year. Like, maybe they'll be like, Cori, like, maybe we'll give you one too. So I'm like, okay, like, maybe I am about to get something. And he keeps talking about AU, and as I see Jack Jones come up to the side of me, I hear, here tonight at the 10th Annual Gobblers, Commissioner, and I just instantly was like, what?
And
I
then
was, like,
Cassie
crying
got
over on the
drafted.
side. And then Cassie got her gold.
And then Jordan Lynch from her freshman year got drafted.
Yeah.
You know?
yeah.
Got drafted.
No, they said commissioner, and I just, everything dropped. I was like, oh my God. And I look up, and Lem's like a sociopath standing on there. She's like, I'm like,
Yeah.
pointing at me. She's like, yeah. I'm like, yes.
I'm like crying. I'm like, so like the way the stage was set up, like there's like spotlights to like the middle of the stage, and then Evan Hughes is on the side, and I'm like behind Evan, and Evan's like talking, like about to announce like Kim's coming up there, and I'm like lurking behind Evan, like sobbing, and I'm like, and then like Cori and I make eye contact, I'm like, yes.
And she walks out onto the stage and does her speech about like, you might wonder why I'm here. Like, I have another golden ticket. And when she holds up the golden ticket, I almost threw up. Like, I got the mouth sweats. I was like, oh my, what is happening? What is happening? She says my name. I'm hysterically crying, walking up there. I hug Kim, I hug Lem, and I'm like, well, I like, my team's here, like, I love that. My second family's my whole second family's here. And they're all loud as heck. Like, you could tell every other sport was like,
They're flipping
what is-
chairs.
Yeah,
They're like,
dude, they're like
Michelle
climbing
going
people. Like,
Where's the
and
commissioner?
you could tell every other sport is like, what's happening?
They
Like,
don't
why is
understand
this-
how big of a deal this is.
Like, why is this like a big thing? And I'm standing up there, I'm like, man, like, I wish. Now I'm gonna have to FaceTime my mom and be like, hey, I just got drafted and you weren't here, or I just got a golden ticket and you weren't here. And I'm hugging Lem, feel a hand on my back, turn around, and my mom's standing there. Why is my mom here? It's a Monday. So I start hysterically crying, turn around more. My dad, my grandparents, my uncle, my brother, my cousin. I was like, this is the best day of my life, officially. I'm gonna curl up into a ball. Like, this is how I'm gonna go out.
Yeah. It was really good.
It was
I
awesome.
when I went backstage and I was like getting my pictures done, I saw her and I was like, I know you. I don't really know how I know you right now, but I'm
Like, I
like looking at her and I'm
recognize you,
like,
girl.
I know you. And then I just like, I was like, whatever. I just like kept walking. And then when I came out and like we were talking to you, Danny was like, yeah, she said she saw you. And she was like, you're probably the best person to see because like I
Wouldn't
knew
have
to
said
just like
anything.
keep my
Yeah.
mouth shut. But I was like, yeah, I couldn't figure out who she was, but
When
I
did
knew
it
I
click?
knew her. Well, so you stayed up there, and for a
Uh-huh.
minute I was like, why is Lim staying up there? And then I was like, maybe because like she might get the next thing. And then I started thinking, I was like, I know that lady. I was like, and Lim's standing there, and then he like said, they kept talking about Athletes Unlimited, and I was like, Cori's getting drafted.
Yeah.
It's when they kept talking about it, I was like, she's getting drafted.
Yeah.
And then I saw Jack Jones like swarm around.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
And you can tell, like, in the videos, like, if you keep listening to the videos, you can tell how quickly our whole team figured out what was happening.
Yeah, we
Because
like,
he's in the middle of saying the word athlete, and our team's just, like, screaming at the top of their lungs. And I wish there was, like, a point of view of what I could see, because I'm just sitting there, like, staring at Evan while he's talking, trying to figure out what's happening, and I just see Michelle grip the chair, and she turns around, she's like...
Yeah, Michelle, Maz, and I were like up front.
And I'm sitting there and I'm
In our
like,
own little
what
hiatus.
do they know that I don't? Because
Probably.
nothing had clicked yet. And I was like, oh my gosh, what? Oh my gosh, it was insane.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Thank you for doing that on Monday because she would have been
Yes.
talking about it until Friday.
Oh my gosh, thank you for allowing me to
Thank
shut
you for
up.
thank you for saving us, Athletes
Can I
Unlimited.
just say that for the past 3 weeks, Cori has been tweaking, and I was like,
On tweak mode.
Cori, you're gonna get one. Come on.
I think I almost lost some friends, and they're my teammates. So they have to be my friends.
Corey, shut up. You're
Yeah.
one of the best
Kylie
players in the
especially.
country.
Oh my gosh, she was my roommate last weekend, and all weekend I'm like, I wonder if they're here. Like I'm getting ready for the games, and I'm like, I wonder if they're gonna come do it at Cal.
they're
Like I
in
wonder
California.
if they're gonna like be there. And Kylie's like, shut up. And I'm like, it's 2:00 in the morning at this point. We're sitting there, and I'm like, do you think? Kylie's like, shut up.
No, literally, Kylie was like, all she did was talk about how she like wants to get drafted.
You can't blame a girl for wanting to know her
Every
future.
single time I was like, Corey, you're gonna get one. I was like, if not to call our future employers dumb, but I was like, if they don't give you one, they're making a mistake. Like if they don't give you, I was like, you're gonna get one. Like you're one of the best players in the country. Come on.
Sorry, I just want my softball career to keep going.
We are employed.
Yay!
Woo! We have jobs. We are not bums.
I
You
might
get
not
me
have
for
a
another
degree
year,
when I go,
Hokie Nation, don't worry.
but I am
We
playing
are
softball.
not bums this summer. Let's go. At least for 6 weeks.
I might have to leave each game and do a summer class, but
I also have summer classes because I just got into my grad program.
Woo!
Hey.
mine's
I will
still
be at the
undergrad.
beach.
And that's okay. Yeah, well, good for you. We're going to be in Utah.
You can get swig.
I know.
Wait, I'm jealous. Wait, I'm
I
jealous.
was like, I've never been to Utah.
Kim Missioner, if you're listening to this,
Kim
I would like to put in my formal request that, you know, me and Lem play different positions, so it wouldn't be a bad idea if we got drafted to the same team.
Gets drafted and thinks she can call the shots, man.
Please put us on the same team.
Please put them on rival teams.
You guys probably already have the picks where they're going on.
Yeah, aren't they doing it tonight? But they're airing it on Saturday.
Oh.
It's Wednesday, right?
Do we find out?
No.
Oh, I was like,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're doing their.
Are they going to
picks.
text us?
I was like, do I find out tonight?
I heard that from someone. They're doing their picks tonight, and then it's gonna be like we're gonna watch it on Saturday. Like everyone
I
watches it on Saturday.
DM Amanda Scarborough. I'm like, so girl, I know you know.
So who
Can
are
you
the coaches?
please tell me?
Can you
Who are
just
the
tell me the
coaches?
chance that me and Lem are still on the same team? Don't put us on different teams. We face each other all the time.
I know what I'm throwing
All the
Corey.
time. I know what I'm swinging at.
I'm throwing
This-
her a curveball at her face.
She's
Last time I did
walking
that,
her-
she swung at it
She also threw me a rise ball above my head, and I
and she hit
tried
it
to-
out.
I didn't mean to swing.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. This girl didn't think she was getting a ticket to go to the draft. This is how good she is. I didn't mean to swing.
Okay.
I hit it out.
That's not what I meant.
I didn't mean to swing. I hit it out.
Yeah.
Girl.
Talk about someone I can't hit. I don't know what it is. I do know what it is.
It's
a
that
changeup.
changeup.
Every time I go up there, too, I can audibly say, I know I'm getting the first 2 pitches changeups. Each time I will still swing out the hand.
Well, and like he's like locally been switching it up. Sometimes I have to be like, brother, we have to go back to the changeup. Like I don't care that she's sitting on it. Like I'm still throwing it.
I'm still gonna throw
I'm
it.
still gonna throw it.
Hey, it's like me throwing a rise ball.
Yeah.
I know they're gonna swing
But like
at it.
sometimes he'll like start and I'll look at it. I'm like, okay, let's start hard, and you'll like foul it off, and then I'm like, okay, now we're good.
It's
Now
like,
I
that's
got you
what
where
you
I need
think
you.
you're
But that's
getting.
what's crazy about your changeup is I can literally be sitting it and I still am nowhere remotely
Because it
close
goes-
to it. Yeah. Yeah. Zoe just caught the ball and I'm like,
It's my favorite. It's like my favorite when I like know I can bounce it and they're gonna
And
swing.
someone's gonna swing.
Like in live, I can literally be like there's some people on our team. I'm like, as long as I throw one as a strike, like
Bless
I could
Charlotte's
throw.
heart.
Dude,
Poor
when
girl.
the first time Jordan came up to bat against me, this shows you how good Jordan is too.
You unplug it?
Oh,
Has it been plugged in the whole time? Yeah, no, it is.
no, it is.
has been plugged in.
Oh,
okay.
you just unplugged it. Oh, okay. I was like, I was
Technical
like, oh no,
difficulties.
you're gonna have no audio.
Should be okay.
Okay, yeah, but Jordan, sweet soul, I threw one as a strike. The next one was like literally like not even close. She swung and she goes, "Why did I swing?" And she like put her hands. She's like freaking out. Coach Mike's catching me. And Coach Mike's like, "You get another one. You get another one." Like talking to Jordan. I'm like, first of all, Coach Mike,
Do it
you're on my
again.
side. Second ball. Then, like, I'm not kidding. She fouls the next one off, and it's, like, in the right-hander's batter's box, like, way out. And she, like, fouls it off. And I'm like, honestly, good on you, Jordan. Good on you. And I threw it, like, I don't know what I threw it after that. I kind of blanked out. But it was, like, so funny. She was like, why? Why?
She's, like, so dramatic.
I know. She's so dramatic.
D-word. She's so
D-word. And then she, like, will hit the next one out. And I'm like, you're fine. Like,
she's literally, what does this girl have, 17 doubles?
Yeah, like, she's, like, one of the best freshmen in the country.
Like 8 home
and you
runs.
would think she's, like, one of the worst, like, players ever.
So
funniest little spasm I've ever met.
She's so funny.
There was a time where she kept putting, like, puppy or whatever on, like, your post-hitting thing. And Coach Pete started, like, barking at her. And he was like, you just need to be a dog. You just need to go.
Being a puppy.
I remember we got, like, into season where she's already batting 400 and stuff. And she looks at me one day and she's like, it's like a random Tuesday. And she's like, you think I'll start? And I'm like, Jordan, we're 30 games into this season.
Yeah.
We're 30 games into the season.
Like,
You've had a Sports Center play. You're batting lead off.
I mean, she did get run over at third base by an LSU player, but
She did.
What's that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Never mind.
But it's also funny when Coach Mike hypes us up. Like, when we're facing y'all, like, I'll swing
I'm
a pitch.
No one
it's
ever
funny for you
hypes
guys.
the pitchers up.
Well, you'll spike a pitch, and I swing.
He's like, you'll get another one.
First of all, I'm way early. You spiked it. It hadn't
I
even hit
know.
the ground yet. I've already swung. And I turn around, and Coach Mike's like, you're on it. First of all, I'm not on the same planet as that pitch.
Meanwhile, we miss our spot by 1 inch, and we hear from the dugout, come on! Dang!
Do better.
I'm doing my best. Okay.
No.
You think I'm trying to throw a ball right now?
Make an adjustment.
Make an adjustment.
Thank you.
Sorry, let me just make them swing with my mind. Sorry.
I know, and you guys have been so disciplined. It makes me so mad. I'm like, just swing the bat.
They are the most, you guys are like the most disciplined
disciplined
hitters I've ever pitched against. And it's actually really annoying because that means I have to throw strikes, which means that it is more likely to get hit. Hey, actually, last time we pitched against you guys, we actually did well. So
You did.
actually, okay, I act like we get
don't-
absolutely slaughtered
yes,
every
but-
time we pitch
yeah.
against them, but like,
We kind of shoved.
yeah.
No, you do. Like, we always talk about that. Like, when we scrimmage, Coach Pete. Sure.
Coach
Pete.
Sure. Him. He is like, let's have a really good day. Like,
We're like, what does that
if
mean?
today's good, like, maybe we won't practice tomorrow. And we're like,
Like, what does that mean?
good for who? Like, if the pitchers dice or if, like, we crank them. Like, it's a lose-lose situation, you know?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
have to
so
have,
it's
like, a-
like maybe like a
Or, like, a no-hit day, but all of the hits are hard to someone. Like, what are we
like,
looking
like
for
maybe
here?
like a 3-3 game, you know?
Yeah,
like,
I'm
I
like,
feel
what are we
that's
looking for?
You know, decent amount of runs.
I'm
but,
always like, first time through, let us dice. Second
Yeah.
time through, we'll give you a few.
good for pitchers.
hard
I feel like
pitch.
means just like no walks.
Yeah.
You know,
As
like,
long as you're attacking batters.
Attack the-
And-
yeah.
And like hitting your spots too. Like we face you guys so
Yeah.
many times that like I may hit a spot and you guys may just like know it's like you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like for us it's more about executing what we're supposed to be doing.
Also, every time we throw to you guys, we're just
we're working
like
on something.
practicing something. So like I might throw you a pitch that yeah, you can hit really easily.
Yeah, that day
Except
where
for
we
you
had
never
to
do that.
rank our pitches and if we like what was it? If we like got to 2 balls or something like that,
yeah,
then
it's
you
like
lost your
2-0.
pitch.
Yeah.
So like aka my changeup, I lost it. I would lose it, and then I would have to like earn it back, and it would just be so frustrating because I'm like, I would
Yeah.
dice you at the changeup right now, but I can't throw it.
So, like maybe I throw better under pressure because that day was the best I think I've ever pitched.
I know I was like really happy with myself that day,
No, I
but
was
every
like-
so often I was like, I would really love
Like,
because
maybe
my
I need a
off speed was good.
consequence.
My off speed
Yeah.
had my back when my changeup wasn't.
Yeah, something
Got it.
about Cori and I. Cori either hits a home run off of me, or I throw her the nastiest pitch I've ever thrown in my life.
Like,
And
when she got a pitch that looks like it's going to take me out at the kneecap and then all of a sudden just, like, paints the plate, I don't know what to do.
I don't know. I don't know.
Whatever.
It's you.
Like,
and
I've
Emily.
never- I don't
You
think
and
I've
Emily
actually-
that day. I don't know. I don't know how.
I don't think I've ever actually, like, gotten a base hit off of you or, like, put the ball into play off of you. It's
No, you
either a
just
home
crank
run or I strike out, but, like, not like not like a good swing strikeout, like a defense swing, like, oh, crap, and then I just look stupid.
Yeah. I've found a new love for throwing curveballs to left-handed batters, and
I love that for you.
it's because if I hit them, whatever. I don't want to hit my own team, but like
Yeah.
if I hit someone else, sorry.
We're apologizing.
Somebody
now.
I hit somebody on a ball. I think it was Notre Dame. Whoever I hit at Notre Dame, it bounced 4 times.
Yeah.
And she didn't move, and I was like,
she did.
"Are you kidding me?
I'm not
Are
gonna
you
lie, that was
kidding
really
me?"
funny.
She wanted that.
It
on-base
literally
percentage.
rolled to her foot, and I was like, "Bruh, get up there and hit the ball." Who got hit this year and acted like they didn't get hit and then
Jordan.
got a hit?
Jordan.
Oh.
Yeah,
No.
didn't she get a hit?
No,
after
Jordan didn't get hit. Acted like she got hit. Ran to first. They reviewed it and then said she got hit, and Jordan was like, "No, I didn't." Shut.
She like literally will get hit by the ball and just like stand there and look
She-
at the
she
umpire.
does. She could get
acted
nailed.
Like, he's gonna say, "Stay
she's
here."
Like, she's like, okay.
She could get domed, and she'd stand there and be like,
Like
Can I
we
go?
always say,
Can
like,
I go?
at least
Do I
like
get
give
the
it a little,
base?
ow, that really hurt. Ooh. She's just like, and like looks back at the umpire.
Wait,
Did you
was
see that
it
too?
you that got hit? And
Yes.
he was like,
Yes.
no, stay in the box.
"No, you're
hit
right.
the
It
ball.
was." She
And
threw
then
the
you
ball
did.
behind me, and
What?
it hits me in the calf, and it just rolls, and I'm like, "It hit me," and Pete's like, "Shh, shh," and I'm like,
Hit the ball.
"Okay," and then I like
You
hit
did.
a ground ball through first. It
Oh,
was
you
me.
did get a hit.
I forgot that happened.
You got a hit,
Straight
yeah.
I did get a hit.
Yeah.
Two RBI single
Hey, gotta do
after
what
getting hit in the calf.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
I was like, "It hit me." Shh, shh, hit.
Hit the ball.
And I'm
Hit the
like,
ball. Meanwhile, you could probably, if I would have been the one to hit you, the umpire probably could have told from my reaction. Because whenever I hit someone, I go,
if you hit me, I don't care if it skims me. I'm like dropping into the fetal position and like rolling. It hits me in the shoulder, and I'm like,
I like hate when I throw a good pitch but it hits the girl. I'm like, bruh. Like it like moves so good. I'm like, yes. And then it hits her. One time I threw a changeup, I literally watched it in slow-mo just keep cutting. And like hit
You're
the
like-
girl in the back of the leg, and I was like, oh my gosh.
the
Like,
back of the leg?
Like it hit her back leg. Well, no, like her back
Oh,
leg. Sorry, I said that
I
wrong.
was like,
Her back leg. It was like it like crossed the plate so pretty, and then the last minute it hit her, and I was like,
Me with my Rise 1-5.
I'm
I'll
like, I
get like the
so mad. Get off the
a
leg.
perfectly placed high inside drop ball,
Mhm.
and they take their hands into it, and I'm like, are you kidding me? But
Yeah,
then
I'm like,
sometimes
bruh.
when it does look like I'm gonna hit somebody and they like get defensive and then it hits the knob of their bat, and I'm like,
Dude.
praise,
Thank
thank you Jesus, thank you. Well, are you excited for this weekend?
I'm so excited for this weekend. Oh, this is gonna be so fun.
Yes. Are you guys excited for the end of school?
Yes. I'm so excited for these classes to be done. Love you,
Yes.
professors, though.
2 more assignments.
I was talking to someone today about that. I was like, between getting that golden ticket Monday, the weight being off my shoulders there, I presented a project today, so now that's off the table.
Mhm.
Who even am I?
You know what? Must be nice. Some of us have 4 exams, and they really have to study for them.
I have none.
I've one.
I had to move all of my. I had to move them because
Oh, 'cause we're-
ACC
yeah.
tournament we should be playing on Saturday, and they all want to do the same day, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't take 3 exams in one day.
No.
I'm like, one of them's my online class, which was already supposed to be, and like finance that day, like I need finance by yourself. Need her by herself. And then my business law professor hasn't really gotten back to me, so maybe I
Yeah.
should talk to her tomorrow. And then my other class is online now.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Almost
Queen.
done. Almost done.
And then like we're just softball players, which is so
Oh,
nice.
I love that time of
that,
year.
That's my favorite time of year. I lay by the pool, go to practice, get me some good food. The SAPC does close, which sucks.
Yeah, that's the
but
only bad part.
I
is
get
you
my
don't
per
free food anymore.
diem. Shout out Mr. Bill.
Yes, we do.
Once we get to that time of year when he's like, what time do you want to practice? And we're like, 10 a.m., get it over with. And then we have like 1 to the
Yep.
rest of the day, and we're just
Yeah, I'm so
chilling.
excited.
Cool.
I do hope like
Getting
we don't
tan.
go at noon because I have my hair appointment.
That
at
is
noon
also
one
when
day.
it's the hottest, though. I'm like, 8 a.m.
Well,
Let's
we don't
let's
practice
go.
at noon, you know, that one day. I have to get my hair
I had to get my
done.
hair done.
my hair done.
I'm like Coach Josh.
Doesn't know what day, just that one
I
day.
can't remember.
That one
It's
day.
like if we were gonna when we go to Supers, it's like the day before we leave. So like,
Oh, so you can have fresh hair.
so when I'm looking good in Supers, just remember this.
No, she just got her hair done.
With my girl, and she's probably booked up till the end of summer now, so I better not have to cancel.
Yeah. Well,
Contribute if you're seeing this. Please.
do you guys have a media of the week?
Oh,
Because
wait. I feel like I do. A media of the week.
The Last of Us just started again. Season 2 of The Last of Us just came out.
Oh,
Which is like the fungus zombies. It's the video game, but the show just came out, and no spoilers, but it was kind of sad.
Oh. I've been watching Dance Moms.
I love Dance Moms.
We put it on before we went to Cal. I don't know why.
All the stuff with
we had
JoJo
no
Siwa
time.
lately.
I hope this mic
JoJo Siwa, you're...
My stomach was growling. I hope the
Yeah.
mic didn't just pick that up.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys keep up with JoJo Siwa, but she's crazy.
I like one TikTok, and I'm like, my whole thing is like her on
JoJo
Big
Siwa
Brother,
and
UK.
Chris whatever. What have you been watching lately? Or listening to?
Yeah, music is good
Any
too.
type of music, too.
Listening to.
Or like TikTok
I don't know what
trends.
has been. SZA dropped that new album a while ago, and I
Love our girl
still,
SZA.
to this day, anytime I go to play music, whether it's in a car,
Yeah.
put my earbud in, I just click play on it every
Valid.
single time.
That's
I love that.
Yeah.
Every single time.
Ooh.
I love SZA.
I have been listening to...
SZA, if
She
you're
makes me feel
seeing
like a
this, I know you're on tour right now, but
Can you come to Blacksburg?
well, not even that. I'd love
No,
to.
Noah
I'd love
Khan's
to come
coming.
to a. I'd love to come to a concert. You and Kendrick, please.
Please.
Noah Khan is coming.
Please. Oh, Noah Khan is coming to Blacksburg, but not the one you think.
But the one
Tell
that's
me
in
what you think.
Metallica.
One of my tutor, shout out my tutor, I love you. But anyways, my tutor's sorority like gets him to perform for them.
Who?
Noah Khan dupe.
Oh, Noah Khan dupe. I thought you were talking about actual Noah
No,
Khan. I
Noah
was
Khan
like,
dupe.
huh?
I was like,
how do
wow.
they know him? Noah Khan dupe. Period.
Blacksburg Noah Khan.
Yeah. I've been
Anyways.
listening to, what is her name? Sierra, I don't know if you say it Pharrell or Farrell,
I like Farrell
but
better.
is it Farrell?
like
don't.
Farrell.
I like Farrell, but and then I just got tickets to see her in September in Richmond. Yes.
And guess where I'll be?
Mount Zion.
Here.
Yep. But she
You'll be in my
sings
Sure.
she sings
love that
it
one.
was like a popular song on TikTok a while ago. It's called In Dreams. It's like, I hope I'm in your dreams the way you are, blah 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 blah. Oh. Hold on. Hold on, let me play it. Keep talking.
Thanks for watching.
And cut it.
We're gonna get copyrighted.
Crap, I can't play it. Cut that.
I've been.
I'll play it for
Just-
you after. But
Yeah, just
Okay,
look it up
sure.
if you really
I'll play it for
want to
you
know what
after.
MLM.
But she's from West Virginia. She's from Charleston, West Virginia.
Okay.
Hey, but I've
hometown.
been listening to her a lot. That is not my hometown.
Or your family's hometown?
They're from Huntington.
Oh, dang it.
Close enough. It's close. It's
Almost.
close. I have some cousins that live in Charleston. So it's
Okay,
close.
so I was basically
yeah.
right.
All right, so SZA, period.
Miriam.
Did you watch One of Those Days?
Yes.
On the plane.
On the plane.
I did too.
Yes. I watched it on the way there. You watched it
I
on
watched
the
on
way
the way
back.
back. Yes, that was a good movie.
Yes.
That was
You did
good.
so good in that movie.
So
Did you see
SZA. This was SZA and Kiki Palmer.
Yeah.
SZA.
Power
Kiki
duo.
Palmer.
Power duo.
I saw Kiki Palmer in person last summer at DC Pride.
I knew you were gonna say it.
she was in a car and she just popped out of the sunroof.
Yes.
Kiki Palmer.
That's
Yeah,
lit,
that was funny.
honestly.
It was funny. Yeah. Well, guys,
Oh.
thank you for coming on.
Yes,
on
thank
deck.
you. We'll see you this weekend.
Second
Hokie
appearance
Nation.
on deck,
Yay.
and this was perfect. This was perfect to
Yes,
talk
man.
about our
My-
golden tickets.
Yes.
My pro girls.
And senior night coming up and all of our travels. Sorry we've been MIA for
Yeah.
like 3 weeks, but
We love you guys.
hope you guys didn't forget about us. We are still here. You get us for a few more weeks. Oh my gosh, that's great.
Anyways, I hope you have a great.
Hope we see you guys soon.
Yeah, bye, Hokie Nation.